Hi there, it's Simon from SPJones Hypnotherapy and the UK Hypnosis Academy. Today I'm showing you a video for thought field therapy for addiction. Now this is a couple of tapping patterns to help people who want to stop addictive urges. That could be whatever the addiction that you want to stop, whether that's eating a particular type of food or smoking addiction or another type of addiction. Now these tapping sequences work very simply. There's several things that you need to do beforehand. The first thing is, this is called thought field therapy because you need to think about the addiction or be feeling that addiction. It works best if you, for example, in the smoking, if you are working along any other programs and you just want some help to stop the addictive urge to go for that cigarette or that vape or whatever it is, then what you would do is you would get, as soon as you start feeling that, you would think about that addictive urge. And although that sounds counterintuitive, by really putting that in the forefront of your mind, that allows you to have better results with this process. So what you do first is, I'll stick with smoking as an example. Keep that smoking addiction in the forefront of your mind. Make a rating of how addicted you feel, how much you really want to have that cigarette, that e-cigarette, whatever it is. Now what you do is you put that rating from 1 to 10. This is called a SUD rating, which is subjective units of distress. But essentially that just means a 1 to 10 rating. So 10 would be the most addictive urge that you really want to do it right now, and 1 would be that you have no urge at all to do that activity. So once you get that number, what is whatever first comes to mind. Don't ruminate too heavily on it, don't overanalyze it. Whatever number comes up first, that's the number for you. So you take that number, and then what you do is you do the following tapping sequences, and I'll explain and go through everything with you. So all you need to do is, once you've got that number, once you understand that you're going to go through this process, you literally just have to follow on from this point. So what I want you to do to begin with is keep that addictive urge number, that feeling in the forefront of your mind, and just tap the side of your hand here, the karate chop point. Just keep tapping there and tap there round about 15 to 20 times, and give it good taps, as you can see that I'm doing. No little gentle taps, none of this nonsense. Give it a decent good tap, but not so much that you're going to hurt yourself. Okay, the next place I want you to tap is underneath the eye. Now if you feel the sort of bony ridge of the eye socket there, it's just literally just underneath there, and again, a couple of fingers, just good tap. If you're looking straight ahead, it would be directly under the pupil, just under the eye socket, and you tap there 5 or 10 times. The next place I want you to tap is what's called the collarbone spot. Now there's 2 ways to find this. You can either trace down the collarbone, and that's our end nodule there, just beneath it, or you can go to the top of the sternum and a couple of inches left or right. And just again, a couple of fingers, a couple of good taps, as you can probably see there. And again, just do this 5 or 10 times. The next tapping spot that I want you to do is underneath the arm. Now for a man that would be level with the nipple, for a lady level with the bar strap. It doesn't matter which arm, and you're just tapping underneath like that. Just use the flat of your hand and tap underneath your arm like that. Obviously I'm doing this for easy demonstrations purposes. You don't need to lift your arm up like this, as long as you're tapping underneath there. And then again, back to the collarbone spot. Again, it doesn't matter which side you tap under, but directly under the collarbone, trace it down and directly underneath, top of the sternum, a couple of inches left or right, and just tap there again. What I want you to do at this point is give yourself another SUD rating, another rating from 1 to 10. Now, several things may have happened. You may have found that the addictive urge is gone, in which case you've achieved what you need to achieve. Fantastic. You may have found that it's gone down, or you may have found it's not moved. If it hasn't moved, I will teach you what to do at the end of this sequence. If it's gone down but hasn't gone yet, if it's 4 or less, then tap under there. If it's above 4, what I want you to do is tap on both hands on that karate chop point 15 times. Now, whatever number it had gone down to, and whichever tapping sequence you had to do, we then go through the full sequence again. So we start tapping under the eye 5 or 10 times. And again, it doesn't matter which eye you tap under. Tapping the collarbone spot 5 or 10 times. Tapping underneath the arm. Again, if it's a gentleman, level with the nipple. If it's a lady, level with the bra strap. And then again, tapping the collarbone spot. And see how you're doing now. Now, what you should find that it has gone down now. If it hasn't completely gone, that's fine. What we're going to do now is something called a 9 gamut sequence. A 9 gamut sequence is a sequence developed by Roger Callahan to enhance all the tapping techniques and tapping algorithms, which is what I'm showing you now. So again, all you need to do is follow along with this. During this whole process, you're going to tap the 9 gamut spot. That's in between the little knuckle and the ring finger knuckle, about 1 inch down. Now I'm holding my hand like this for demonstration purposes. Again, just tap however you feel comfortable. Now just keep tapping there, and although it's going to go off camera, be assured that I'm tapping the whole time while I'm doing this. Keep tapping there, and what I want you to do is shut your eyes, open your eyes, look down to the left, look down to the right. Roll your eyes all the way around the room one way, roll your eyes all the way around the room the other way. Hum a tune. I usually just use Happy Birthday. You only need the first few bars. So, count to 5 out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hum that first few bars again. And repeat that whole sequence. So, under the eye, collarbone, under the arm, okay, and collarbone. And you should find at this point, if there was any addictive urges left, they've completely gone. If it has gone significantly down, but there's still just a tiny amount there, whether it's on a 2 or a 3, what I want you to do, just to get rid of that tiny amount, is keep tapping there. And while you keep tapping there, what I want you to do is just roll your eyes slowly right the way down to the floor. Keep your head straight, just look straight down to the floor. And look straight up at the ceiling. And keep tapping while you're doing all of this. And then look quickly down to the floor. And you'll find that last tiny bit should have just completely gone. Okay? And that is a full sequence that should get rid of all addictive urges. Now, algorithms are effective over 80% of the time. However, there is a few people, round about 1 in 10, usually less than 1 in 5, where the algorithm doesn't work for. But there are other algorithms that are very effective and work to get rid of this addictive urge. So if you are one of the rare individuals that didn't work for, I'm now going to teach you another algorithm to try. So what you need to do for this one is, you've already gone through the first one, so you don't need to do any of the reversal techniques. You just need to follow along with this sequence. Tap under the eye, tap under the arm, tap the collarbone. Then we're going to do 9 gamut, so tap the back of the hand in between the little knuckle and the ring finger knuckle, about 1 inch down. Keep tapping there, and close your eyes, open your eyes, look down to the left, look down to the right, roll your eyes one way, roll your eyes the other way, hum a tune, count to 5 out loud, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hum that tune again, then repeat that sequence again. So under the eye, under the arm. Again, I'm only lifting my arm this high for demonstration purposes. You can keep your arm quite comfortably down there if you want to. And then finally the collarbone. And give yourself that rating again. You should find that any addictive urges have completely gone. Again, if you hadn't gone down in the first sequence, on this sequence, what you should have found is if it hasn't completely gone, it should have significantly gone down. So it would be looking probably a 4 or less. If that is the case, tap underneath the nose, like that, and then repeat the whole sequence. So underneath the eye, underneath the arm, collarbone, 9 gamut, so in between the little knuckle and ring finger knuckle, inch down, keep tapping there. Close your eyes, open your eyes, look down to the left, look down to the right, roll your eyes one way, roll your eyes the other way, hum a tune, count to 5 out loud, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hum a tune, then tap under the eye, tap under the arm, tap on the collarbone. Just knocked a bit of furniture, ignore that bang. Now, you should find at this point it's completely gone. On the very rare occasion that there's just a tiny bit left, all you have to do is keep tapping that gamut spot. And while you're tapping there, keep your head straight, look down to the floor, look straight up to the ceiling, and then look quickly down to the floor. Okay, and you should find if there was any trace elements left of that addictive urge, it was completely gone. Now, these treatments are effective for the vast majority of people, the vast majority of the time. Any problems, concerns, or if you've got any questions, feel free to contact me. It's SPJones Hypnotherapy. I'm available on Facebook. You can find me online, or you can contact or text me on 07715 995 110. That's 07715 995 110, and it's Simon from SPJones Hypnotherapy and the UK Hypnosis Academy. Hope you found this video helpful. Enjoy. Bye bye now.